Hey! Alright, now we're talking about props and reward systems. So in this section, we're going to be talking about actually all three, the props and notes, the digital rewards and props, and the reward system, because all three of these kind of go together. And honestly, the teaching tips do too, but we're going to talk about those separately. So props and notes. This section is for all of those things you wish you would have known going into the lesson, or if you prepped really well, all the things you figured out at the glance of your eye to the screen. So on this one, Megan, Mike, blank calendar, this, that, these, those, and you can break it down by slides, or you can just make it short. Extension questions, those are in other great ones. The more you add, the better. So don't just list what you had, list anything that anyone might have that might be useful. So if it goes over letters or vocabulary words, or the content that, you know, that there's props in it, pictures in it, that it'd be nice to have that kind of physical reward. Anything in there, please add it. Also add the notes. So the notes are, this has a lot in the lesson, so make sure you keep moving. Or this is a pretty bare lesson, so have lots of extensions. All of those kinds of notes and props entries are really, really helpful. The next section is our new section, which I'm very happy about. This is our digital props and rewards. So if you have a digital for ManyCam or SparkleCam or the other ones that might come up later, I already know there are ones, but I can't remember their names. I use ManyCam. So this is for reward systems that relate to the lesson, or props that relate to the lesson. So link them to your Google Drive or link them to the website, like if it's an VIPKID reward system that relates perfectly to the lesson. This is where you give us the address, so that ideally we could come, you could open it up your like ManyCam right before class, and you could add in all, set up all your reward systems, have them ready to go, and then you would have these really awesome reward systems that you didn't have to go and think about and do all the work for and recreate the wheel. Stop recreating the wheel. We can help each other out. So that's, and these are pretty bare because this is a brand new section. So like this one, oh, greater than, less than, equal to. Sweet, because it applies to the lesson. So there aren't very many of them, but we're going to be really adding. So more to come on that front. And then the last one is the reward system. And this is just the reward system that VIPKID offers up. Usually they're not very good. Hopefully they get better, but they're not good. So we just put the backdrop or the background / the manipulative. So like, for example, with this one, it would be monkey / banana, because manipulative, background, manipulative. You guys get it. And don't feel like you actually have to use those. You do not have to use those. You can use whatever you want. And also, don't feel like in your personal schedule you have to keep those in. Don't keep those in. I always delete this and put in what reward system I did with my student, so that then I can look back at my day with them and see what I've been doing with them in it. There's a log. It's also a really good trick to put that in your feedback, to put like the last line what reward system you did, so that other teachers can see what reward systems they've been doing, and you also know what reward systems you've been doing. So that's another tip for reward systems. So these are our props and notes, digital rewards and props, and reward system categories. So pretty simple. These ones are really fun and really, really nice as a heads up, just for yourself if you teach the lesson again, and definitely for the 30,000 presently, and will definitely be different really soon, 30,000 other teachers. All right.